Let me say a little something about social media, especially Facebook, which is generally my social media platform of choice. I've been on it, I don't know, 14 years, something like that now. And I've been on Twitter as well. Twitter, I could never do the 140 character thing. I just too loquacious. So Facebook worked better for me. And there was a while there, we could share links and all that kind of stuff. And then sharing any kind of links. Now they don't really share those with anybody. Like if I share a YouTube video or something like that, it doesn't get seen on my Facebook. And I know this as a reality, but I still get really frustrated about it. So there has been a lot of consternation in my mind about using social media because I did see the what is it called, the social dilemma, and had my own preconceived notions about social media and how healthy it is for our society to be looking at our screens all the time, kind of like we're doing right now. But I also recognize that this is the way that our society is. This is a thing that is there, and I've always been, as many of us have been, faced with this, conscious choice in life as of whether we're going to participate in the world or not, and what are those limits of us participating in the world, especially people who have some sort of spiritual connection to the greater isness of the universe. A lot of us have these ideas, especially because of the moral codes that have been framed throughout our whole religious histories and such. We have these questions about, is this right or wrong? And I've had those same issues with social media and even just creating content and giving people more opportunity to stare in their phone longer. So for me, it's been a bit of a dilemma about that. And there's a lot of me that has held back a lot of what I could have shared or felt inclined to share. And a lot of that is because I didn't really want to share stuff in public because there's this fear in social media of the whole bullying and the cancel culture. A lot of times it's scary to put something out there that's maybe a little bit too opinionated for some, or that sets you up for being vulnerable. So for all of these reasons, I have had my hesitancy with social media and using it, and there have been many times where I've considered stop to not use it altogether. And there have been times that I have. When I was taking this last motorcycle tour, my third tour, I made it from Sarasota, Florida to um, Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island. And by that time, I had written 13 songs, and I found a place called the Temple of Music, and I recorded all of them, and I set them up to be released on YouTube for the next little while. And I kind of put it out on Facebook, and then I just kind of walked away from social media for a while. And then for the rest of that journey, it was mine, and I didn't have to share it. I didn't have to be connected to anyone else. I could just live in the real world, in my little world. And there was some benefit to that. But there's also a lot of benefits to social media, like in the world I live in here back in Sarasota. There are great benefits to be able to connect with the events that are going on in the area, with other things that people might be doing and other social causes. And I have found that there are benefits to it. Still, things I don't like about it, but I've also found that with a great many things in life in general. I mean, I love my motorcycle, but there's still some things I don't want to say I don't like about her because she'll get upset. But there's things that I wish were a little bit different or better, and some things I can change and modify, and some things I can't. And that's life. So for the meantime, for me, I think it's about realizing that whatever we use in this world, whatever we participate in, we are the authors of our lives. We have to decide how much we're going to use it, in what ways we're going to use it, and just create our best practices for everything that we possibly can. So for me, I try to do that. I try to moderate the time that I spent scrolling on things and just liking things or blankly looking over things, and use the rest of my time a little bit better, and trying to use it as best I can to communicate with other people that this is what I'm doing in the world, because I'm doing a lot of things, and I tend to insulate and isolate, and the pandemic was a great opportunity for me to do that. And with that time I've isolated, I've created a lot of great art that I want to get out and share with the world. And for me, yeah, this is a great way to do it. And I've found that it's been very good in many respects of communicating my intentions and my ambitions, and then finding people to help me out with that and connect with in the real world. So I found some good at it. I don't like their event whole thing. You know, I wish they would just have a freaking calendar and show me everything going on today, show me everything going on tomorrow, instead of this scattershot thing they do. But you know, again, it's free service for me. Other than the fact that they're selling my information and I am the product for them, I still find good uses out of them. But I'm wary in it. And now that I'm opening up to that, I've even opened up to TikTok a little bit and thrown out some of the things that I've created there because, you know, some things I put out there and nobody sees it at all. And I don't know. I'm just going to do what I can and go from there. So, anyway, I was very close to just scrapping Facebook altogether many times, but I still find it to be helpful. And hopefully, we can move toward a way of using these tools better than we often do. And we'll go from there. But anyway, that's all I had to say about social media for the time being. I don't want to say it's a necessary evil, but it's technology that is newly in the world, and we have to figure out how best to use it, just like we do with all the other tools we've ever created in our society. But I have at least figured out the best way to use a hammock, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day in my hammock. See you later. Have a good one.